Greetings, viewers! We're now entering the pre-expansion phase of Hearthstone. The Great Dark Beyond expansion drops November 5th with 145 new cards to look forward to. We plan to showcase plenty of content regarding the expansion in the coming weeks, but for today, we want to focus on the Wild metagame. Let's dive in. Over the past few weeks, Control has become the dominant archetype in the Wild format. Prince Renathal leads the charge here, establishing himself in half of all the decks on our tier list. Running 40 cards has become a crux to win in this format. The top decks in Tier 1 reflect the importance of the Prince from Castle Nathria. Lifesteal Demon Hunter and Spell Damage Druid both rely on Renathal for survivability. The decks share similar flat matchup spreads with almost no distinct weaknesses. The stronger option for you will come down to what kinds of opponents you see more of. If you see more aggro, then Lifesteal Demon Hunter will hold a slight edge over Spell Damage Druid. If 40 card decks are a more common sight, then Spell Damage Druid will perform marginally better. Ironically, decks 3 and 4 in Tier 1 buck the Prince Renathal trend. Miracle Priest is a hyper-aggressive combo deck that goes tall before most decks can react. It's one of the most explosive options in Wild, offering fast games with numerous decisions to make. Just make sure to get Radiant Elemental ASAP, or you might end up doing nothing all game. Pirate Demon Hunter, meanwhile, is the aggro deck of choice for many playing Wild right now. It's one of the strongest ladder climbers to Legend, but tends to struggle against some of the top decks in the hands of a strong player. That said, it's still in Tier 1 for a reason. Don't sleep on this one. Tier 2 is a return to the Prince Renathal propaganda. 5 out of 8 decks rely on 40 cards here. Hostage Mage leads the way at the top. The deck has fallen a bit since our last Meta Snapshot, but we promise that it's still as frustrating to face as ever. With near infinite stalling tactics, Hostage Mage can make any opponent bang their head against a wall and uninstall the game. Egg Hunter also resides here. The archetype is one of the best at controlling the board, utilizing free Machnathal Lions to clear enemy threats and generate a board of its own. It's not the strongest choice into some of the decks listed in Tier 1, but it more than makes up for those weaknesses with favorable matchups against almost every other deck listed below it. Unlike last time, we only have 3 Reno decks listed in Tier 2, Druid, Hunter, and Shaman. The meta has matured quite a bit over the last few weeks, separating the stronger Reno decks from the weaker ones. The best have been able to adjust to the meta in one way or another, while the rest have fallen to Tier 3. That said, this still hasn't stopped players from jamming Reno Priest all day long. It's by far the most popular deck across all of Wild, despite its mediocre performance. People really like their Raza combos, it seems. It's been some time since we've seen Prince Renathal hold such a strong grip on the Wild meta. Whether you're looking to play the strongest of his offerings, or you just want a quick ladder climber, TempoStorm.com has all you need. Our weekly Meta Snapshots provide valuable insights into the constantly evolving meta, keeping you ahead of the rest. From meta developments to curated deck lists, TempoStorm has everything you could ever want. As always, thanks for watching.